You hear the terms all the time in the news: hate crime, culture of hate. But what does it really mean? And how many of those so-called crimes are real? Correspondent Doug McKelway looks into those questions tonight.
Last week, an Indian-owned store in Charlotte, North Carolina was set afire, a rock thrown through the window, and a racist note left behind. It read, quote, "We need to get rid of Muslims, Indians, and all immigrants." It was signed, "White America." This week, police arrested an African-American man after surveillance video showed him lighting the fire. The FBI does not track fake hate or false flag crimes, making them nearly impossible to quantify.
There is a large number of cases, certainly dozens or hundreds a year, and have been for at least the past 30 years.
The website fakehatecrimes.org documents hundreds of such cases, with new ones occurring almost every week. Among them, last month Israeli police arrested a 19-year-old Israeli Jewish man as the primary suspect in hundreds of bomb threats against Jewish community centers in the U.S. In January, a black waitress in Virginia claimed a customer wrote on the receipt, quote, "Great service, don't tip black people."
Shocked. Very, very, very shocked.
The customer later maintained it was written by the waitress, who was upset over her 1-cent tip for bad service. And in December, an 18-year-old Muslim woman who claimed that 3 men attacked her on a New York subway and tried to pull off her hijab was charged with filing a false report. Author of Crying Wolf, Hate Crime Hoaxes in America, Laird Wilcox, says the campus focus on microaggressions and safe spaces is the perfect incubator to fake hate crimes.
This isn't just my opinion. This is really fairly widely recognized now. I would say 80% of events that occur on the campus are hoaxes or pranks.
The Council on American Islamic Relations doesn't dismiss fake hate, but believes it makes up only a tiny fraction of the real thing.
Across the board, we have tracked a spike in hate crimes since particularly the election. So in the week after the election, we tracked 111 separate incidents that were bias incidents targeting Muslims.
Dietz argues fraying cultural standards contribute to a societal gullibility to fake hate.
There was a time at which the institutions that dominated and provided social control were the church and the law and educational systems. But I think that has shifted, and this results in the dumbing down of the consumer.
One example, when YouTube hoaxer Adam Saleh pulled this prank.
We spoke a different language on the plane, and now we're getting kicked out. That's insane.
It was picked up by the New York Times, USA Today, and the LA Times as potential evidence of a hate crime. Fake hate crimes, despite their huge drain on police resources, are usually classified as misdemeanors. Some say elevating them to felony status would go a long way to ending them. Brett?
Doug.